Beautiful seekers, this is Clarity 1129. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another pick a card, your weekly pick a card. And the topic of today's reading is what isn't over yet. Think of the world card in reverse. Alright, basically there is a cycle that needs to be completed successfully and it's not happening. For some of you, you may be the one who's delaying it. For others, you may be wondering, why isn't it finishing? Why am I not getting past this? Why is my life going in circles? Why is it that despite all my effort, I'm just not able to get past the situation? I find myself stuck. So this reading is about that. I have pre-shuffled the tarot as well as the oracle. What we're going to see is a set of 5 questions and 1 card of advice from Spirit in tarot, and then additional advice from the oracles as far as your advice is concerned. Some more advice, something we need to see. And what are the questions that we're going to follow? One, we're going to ask why it isn't over yet. Then we're going to see is what can you do to close out the cycle. Then we look at what is it that you're not seeing which keeps you in this rut. And then we look at what happens if you close the cycle. The last question will be what happens if you don't close the cycle. And last but not the least, we're going to have advice from Spirit. Alright, so this is how the reading is going to be. Today there are no crystals, but you've got owls to choose from. So let me introduce you to the piles. We have 3. Pile number 1 is the See No Evil Owl. Pile number 2 is the Hear No Evil Owl. And pile number 3 is the Speak No Evil Owl. Alright, for those of you who are intuitive, you already picked the owl that speaks to you or the pile that speaks to you. I'll see you at your pile. You can head to the timestamps. And for those of you who that quick meditation to center yourself helps, let us begin. Sit straight with your spine erect, palms open, facing upwards. When you're ready, close your eyes and gently take in a deep breath. Hold. Center yourself. Focus between your eyebrows. Connect with your intuition, knowing that it will never lead you astray. When you're ready, gently breathe out. Open your eyes slowly, and whichever pile you're drawn to, that is your pile. I will see you at your pile. Pile number 1, those of you who've chosen this See No Evil Owl, welcome to your reading. We'll put your owl right here. You may be very logical people. You may need to see things to believe it. You need a logical explanation for everything. Maybe you're breaking out of that mold, which is why you're watching tarot. Otherwise, it won't appeal to your mind. You're more intrigued by it. Maybe you've randomly watched something and it actually happened. And now, though your logical mind tells you this can't happen, there is you're having this pull because there's something beyond your logical mind which is waiting and craving for expansion. This is not for all of you, but this could be for a majority of you. Alright, and for some of you, you feel you're in the dark about something, that you don't see the whole truth behind something. And you feel that you are not able to close out the cycle, perhaps because the whole truth is not in front of you. And the day you get the truth, the cycle is going to change, is what you feel. And maybe because of that, you're keeping yourself stuck. For some of you, there is a change coming, and you can feel it, that there is a change coming for you. And there's one part of you which wants to embrace that change. And there's one part of you that's petrified of the change. And so you keep yourself stuck. And then you wonder why it's not happening, Maybe you're not even aware of it and it's happening subconsciously. Anyway, let's take a look. Let me put out your cards. We'll arrange them properly and then we will reveal them, okay? Oh yeah, you got two cards for your second question. Oh, you got two cards here as well. And one advice card. Is everything coming in? Okay, not really. Okay. All right, so let us reveal your cards. Shall we start opening these first? Expect powerful change. The world, wow. You will be closing out a cycle. So let's see, I'm intrigued now. Consciousness. Okay. Opportunity. I wish I had said what I thought in my mind when I was telling you intuitively what I was picking up. I wanted to say this, but I know why I held myself back. All right. And I felt that for a lot of you, you are going to be awakening spiritually, and there you get consciousness. Beautiful. Talk less, feel more. Okay. And what you get is villain. You can always rewrite the story. The number 38 or 11 could be significant. All right. 17 and 8 could also be significant. All right, pile number 1. Those of you who've chosen the see no evil out, let us begin your reading. What cycle isn't over yet? What isn't over yet? And you get the Ace of Truth. Ace of Swords. What did I tell you? I said some of you are waiting to hear the truth. You feel you're not getting the entire truth, which is why you're keeping yourself stuck. And look at what a beautiful beginning to your reading. What isn't over yet? Ace of Swords. You feel that the complete truth is not out yet. And you are right. It's not out yet. It has to come out. And you feel when this comes out, you'll close out your cycle. Now let's see what the cards have to say. What is it that you can do to close out the cycle or to find this truth in your case? And you get the 3 of Cups in reverse and the 2 of Cups in reverse. Okay. So this is about a love situation. And you're being told when you stop waiting for a reunion with this person who you saw as your soulmate, who you no longer are in a relationship with, when you stop waiting for them to come and clear the air, when you stop waiting for a reunion, you will find the truth. Your thoughts, you're not able to get out of the situation, you're not being able to let go of this situation, is what is not allowing the truth to come in, is what is not allowing the cycle to close itself out. So what you can do is to let go of the situation. This situation may have ended, you may be in no contact, and you really, really are invested here. And you feel that this ending has happened, but you know that whatever you were told was not the full truth. And you want this person to come back and give you the whole truth, and then you feel you may be able to let it go. But you're being told by the universe that it's going to be the other way around. You let this thing go. The need to know everything from this person and to try and get a reunion because you feel that there's more. You're being told to release this energy, to find out the truth sooner. When you give up on the situation and say, I let it go, this can no longer take my peace away from me or have a hold on me. If it's meant to come back, it will. I'm going to concentrate on myself. Till you come into that energy, this truth is not going to come to you. But the truth is waiting to come to you. Just release this energy and you can expedite the process. And this will actually make you close out a cycle. And what is it that you don't see which keeps you stuck here? Ace of Cups. There is a lot of love. There is a lot of love. And which is why you are stuck here in this situation actually. You feel you were invested in this connection and you thought they were invested in it too. But for whatever reason, they just said something, and however it ended, on either they ghosted you or they put the blame on you and they walked away, or they said something totally uncharacteristic and walked away, and they just left you just wondering why all this happened. And there's more to come, and you're waiting for the reunion because you are very invested in this. And though it's not working right now, you are ready to let it go if you get the truth. And what's hidden from you is there is a lot of love here. They love you a lot too. I was watching a very interesting video some time ago, and it says that there are different type of people come into your life to teach you different things. And I feel this person has come into your life to teach you how to love yourself. You may be mirroring each other, and they have triggered this response in you to go for the truth. And you know where this truth is going to lead you? It's going to lead you to your understanding that your need to rely on yourself should be very strong, instead of relying on someone else to love you, to know your worth, to tell you how special you are. No, you should know it. I feel like most of these connections, this person has a lot of love for you. They may not have revealed it, or they may have revealed it in the beginning and then it's just ended. And you're waiting for this truth. Why did this happen and what happened and whatever else? But deep down your gut is telling you, that there is love and you want to hear it from them. But they are not going to be coming till you leave that need. But this is what is hidden from you. But there is a lot of love here. When you let this go, when you help yourself close out this cycle, what happens? Get the Hangman in reverse. You will see the truth yourself. You don't have to wait for this person to come. This truth that you are seeing here in this tarot reading, you will get this inner knowing. There's going to be an aha moment, and you'll understand why everything played out the way it did. If you close out the cycle, if you let it go. And if you don't, what happens? Four of Cups and King of Pentacles. Look at that. If you don't, the universe will send you so many opportunities to take you to this place of the King of Pentacles, irrespective of your gender, to bring you so much of abundance. If you don't close out the cycle, if you don't let this go, what's going to happen is that you are not going to be working on yourself. Anytime an opportunity comes, you feel you're giving it your best shot, but you're not even seeing what's good for you. Maybe on the surface of it, you feel you've done the work and you've let this go, but you are hell bent on getting that answer. And in doing so, you may be working on something and you may be frustrated that you're pouring in your effort into everything and you're not getting the results. And that's because you're really not seeing what's good for you. You're in this Four of Cups energy. You just want what you want. And when you're in this stuck energy, no matter what beautiful opportunities come your way, you're not going to look at that. And you're meant to be the King of Pentacles. Maybe when you put an end to this and you just leave it to the universe that, okay, I know that this was special. I know this is not over. But right now, I can't invest any more of my energy here because it's taking from me. It's taking my peace. When you come into this energy and send them love, forgive them, and say that whatever happened, there may have been a reason. Either they know it or it's something beyond them. It's some, divine intervention. But I guess whatever's happened is for my highest good. So I'm not spending any more time here and I'm working on myself. You come into this energy, you will get you that aha moment and you will be able to work on yourself, building yourself and coming into this King of Pentacles energy. And in doing so, you'll be closing out a cycle, living your best life. And that is when this truth is going to come to you. That is when you will come to know, either from within or whatever. There will be powerful change once you come into this energy, once you close out this cycle. Stop staying stuck there. Look at that opportunity. And this opportunity that's coming in for you, but you're not seeing it. For a lot of you, with this being 17, which adds to an 8, this is Saturnian energy. You need to just be working right now, staying humble and working hard. And you're not doing that because you're stuck here. You feel you're working hard, and maybe when you hear this, you might even get annoyed. What nonsense, I'm working so much. But whatever you're working isn't bringing you results that you want because, physically you may be working there, mentally you're working there, but emotionally you're stuck here. You need to pour in everything onto whatever it is that you want. You will get your answers from within. Don't wait for this person to give you the answers. You will get your answers from within, and in doing so, you will be closing out a cycle. Your life is going to be transformed. Just look at the amount of butterflies here. And this says, yay, you did it. Now do something to celebrate. A job well done. Yes, but you're not coming to this job well done situation. You're not reaching here. You're stopping yourself. There's great change about to happen if you grab this opportunity and work on yourself. You will be ascending when you do that. For a lot of you, I felt there's a spiritual awakening that will come with this aha moment, which will come when you get the truth, this aha moment will bring you the truth, and all this will happen when you close out the cycle. And that will happen when you let go of this relationship. It's all connected. And only one thing you need to do is to learn how to release what you have no control over. Just let it go. With this here villain, 11, which adds to a 2. And this card here, talk less, feel more. Last quarter moon in Pisces. What I feel is, maybe when this person left, this beautiful connection which you thought was your happily ever after, whenever this person's left, they've said something which was mean, which was so uncharacteristic, and which, projected the entire blame onto you, which painted you as the villain. And this has been in your mind. This has what has, made you feel less than, unworthy. You've started seeing yourself as someone who's not fit to be friends with. And you just feel that no matter, your friends, your family around you may be telling you to just give up on all that, what they said, and that they must be projecting, or whatever your friends tell you, and they say, they tell you how special you are, but you don't believe it. What this person has said has just sealed the deal about you, as though what they say is who you are. Can any human being describe another? No. When you don't know yourself, how do you expect someone outside of you to know you? And this has just kept you stuck. You're being told to stop talking about this now to everybody else. Sit in silence. Feel what you have to feel. Don't run away from your emotions. Let those emotions wash over you. Ask yourself why you're feeling that. Ask yourself what you're expecting from this person. And ask yourself why you can't give that to yourself. There is something about how this person makes you feel that you like. Why can't you make yourself feel all of that without this person? Maybe other people want to come into your life, but you're just stuck here. You've given your power away, and it's time for you to take back your power. It's time for you to release this person. There were good memories. No one's taking that away from you. Whatever happened, no matter what they say, your truth is your truth. But stop staying stuck there and hoping for them to come back and make it all okay. Because they won't. You wanted to know whether they love you? I am telling you that they did. They still do, perhaps. But they're not coming back. Not until you come into this King of Pentacles energy. Not until you release this need to know anything from them. When you leave them, wishing them well, and just focusing on yourself, your growth, that's when your spiritual awakening takes place. That's when you become more mindful of what's happening. That's when you see opportunities that are coming your way. That's when you live your best life. That's when you realize your worth, and you can rewrite your story, because now you see things from a balanced perspective. You distance yourself from the situation, and then the rose-colored glasses come off, and you realize what they said about you is not who you are. That's their perception of you. And in doing so, you close out a cycle. Beautiful changes coming into your life. You're going to live your best life. So, now that we come to the end of your reading, pile number 1. Is it over yet? Or what isn't over yet? What isn't over yet is your need to release this relationship that is over and done with. You keeping yourself stuck emotionally out here is what is not allowing the cycle to come to an end successfully, so that powerful change can come in, so that your ascension can begin, your awakening can begin. And it's, if you just begin to do this, you decide after seeing this reading, okay, I'm going to do it, not superficially, all right, not superficially. You can't just mouth it and then start going to every other love reading to find out what's happening to them. That isn't really letting them go. Letting them go is to start working on yourself. Everything that makes you happy. Change the way you speak to yourself. Start taking care of your physical body. Every little thing, your skin, your nails, your exercise routine, what you eat, your sleep time, every single thing about your body you start taking care of. Once you start taking care of your body, start doing things that interest you. What are your hobbies? Pick up something that you like to do, which you're just left because of this relationship. Take that hobby again. If you want to put something out there, start your own business. Whatever it is that you've been wanting to do, but you had dreams to be with this person, take back your energy, take back your power, and slowly, slowly work on that. Emotionally, keep working on yourself. You will have a lot of emotions. You will break down and cry a couple of times, but be so very kind to yourself. And whatever negative energy that comes up, let it go. Forgive them, forgive you. They don't define who you are. Nobody else does. You are unique. You are worthy exactly the way you are. It's time for you to own it. You be your best friend. You be your biggest cheerleader. And you just watch how your life changes. It'll change so beautifully that if in the future they do come back, you may not even want it to happen. You may not want that reunion which you're stuck on. You don't want to hear the truth from them. That could also be a possibility. Or maybe they come back and you do have a reunion. But if that is what is underneath you're trying to, get over this, then it's not going to happen, because that means you're still stuck there somewhere. So you really need to work on yourself completely, being so kind to yourself during this entire journey. Sending you a big hug, pile number 1. And I am wishing you so much love and light. Take care. Bye-bye. Pile number 2. Those of you who have chosen the Hear No Evil Out, this is your reading. Welcome. What do I pick up? For some of you, you may be introverts. You may be very comfortable in yourself. You don't like listening to negative things spoken about people. You don't like discussing things like that. You're very sensitive possibly to noise. You may be light sleepers. For some of you, you may be clairaudient. You pick up things which other people don't. And maybe for some of you, if you're very connected to spirit, you actually get your messages like that, even in your sleep. Anyway, let's put down your cards. Beautiful pile number 2. This answers your first question. This your second. Oh yes, there was something else I noted down for you. Something happened for pile number 2 and 3. Okay, 3, 4th question, 5th question, advice card. These are your oracle cards. Is everything inside? Why don't I learn? Oops, sorry, owl. There you go. Okay, just give me a second, because I had written some message while shuffling your cards. Something had come out and I just made a note here. Okay, we'll come to that. So, pile number 2, are we ready? What isn't over yet? Or shall I first open these cards here? Wait. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Passion. Okay. Ace of Swords. Wow, it's come out in the last reading as well. Look at you. You are bursting with a sparkly new idea. Okay. Bullseye, focus. Number 40 or 4 could be significant. And believe in your good luck. First quarter moon in Sagittarius. And you get lavender. Surround yourself with love. The number 19, 10 or 1 could be significant. Interesting oracle cards. Let's begin. Pile number 2. What isn't over yet? And you get the Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, this literally could be a marriage. That if you feel, that the light has gone out in your marriage, in the sense that you feel that you don't have a connect with your spouse. And this could be irrespective of gender, all right? This is just the Queen of Pentacles, so it doesn't mean that you are the feminine. It could be anyone who's choosing this pile. But the fact is, your marriage may be going through a low time wherein you don't feel the connect with your spouse, or this could be a partner, significant partner. You don't feel that energetic pull that you had before, the spark, the conversations. Maybe you don't talk to each other so much anymore. You're just carrying about, working on your coin, working in the home, whatever it is. There's nothing special, and you feel as though you're at the brink of maybe, this relationship falling apart. For some of you, may be wanting to walk out of this marriage because there is no spark here. And maybe whatever's happening in your marriage life is not fulfilling you anymore. And you're wondering when the cycle will come to an end. But it isn't over. So for those of you who are looking for when this is going to finish, or is this finishing yet, or for others of you who don't want it to finish and you feel it's over yet, let's find out what's happening, all right? But this is what I get. And for some of you, I feel maybe it is as far as your career is concerned, all right? And you feel that you're in a place wherein you are earning money, but there is something that's missing here. You're not enjoying your work as much as you did. You're abundant, but you're not satisfied, is what I get here. And you're wondering why. Why are you in this rut? All right, so now what are we looking at? We're looking at what is it that you can do to close out the cycle. You get the King of Pentacles. Just look at this. Two different decks. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So, wow. For some of you, where it is as far as your career is concerned, what you can do to close out the cycle is, first of all, believe in yourself that you can do better than what you're doing right now, that you can have more than what it is that you have right now, that you are in a place of power and that you are not disempowered. Oftentimes, it begins with our mind. When we find ourselves powerful, the dynamic around us starts changing. Have you given your power away? Have you been submissive? Have you just been really good trying to just follow whatever's told to you, even when you start feeling uncomfortable because you feel that you deserve more and that you're being overlooked? You're being told to come into power yourself, all right, so that you can shift the dynamic. So if this is a career related thing, when you find yourself powerful, you'll get bigger ideas when you stand up for yourself. So come into this King of Pentacles energy. If this is a marriage that you've been asking for, if you're not happy here because things are not working out and you're wondering why it's stuck, you're being told to have a conversation. Walk up to your partner and ask them, instead of it just being in your mind. And if they say it's absolutely fine, it's all in your head, then you say what all is there in your head, and you make sure that you have this open communication so that you know whether both of you are seeing the same thing, and if not, how can you correct for it? How can, whatever it is that's bothering you, bring it out there and ask them to speak freely, and insist on this conversation and tell them exactly how you feel, and thereafter see what happens after that. And this is what you can do to expedite this process of closing out a cycle one way or the other. All right? And what is hidden from you that may help you come out of this stuckness. The Magician in reverse. Oh my God, look at that. You are very disempowered at this time. Pile number 2. You don't see the power that you have, be it a relationship, as I was mentioning, or your career. You feel you have no power to bring about change. You feel you have no power to do anything. If you feel this way, you've lost the battle as it is. I am unblocking this card. You have everything that you require to make your dreams come true, to live your best life. But if you don't see that, how can it happen? There's no somebody who's going to come and save you from here. You've got to save yourself, and you are good enough. And this is something that you should know. If it is in a relationship, have that conversation, and don't have it from a place of being submissive, irrespective of your gender, irrespective of what your dynamic is. Be bold and speak. Speak your truth with the Ace of Swords. Speak your truth. Communication is the key here. And maybe your person, your partner, may be waiting for you to come and actually speak, because they may be in the same feeling that if they bring it up, maybe you'll feel bad, and it may be a huge relief. And for all you know, with that you trigger your passion. And for those of you where this is a career situation, you feeling that you are the magician, that you can manifest what you want, you feeling that you are the King of Pentacles, you can make this happen, you can expand your business, you can do whatever it is that you want. When you change this mindset, you get that fresh start. You begin to focus better. You start bringing a lot of passion into whatever it is that you're doing. And luck will start, fortune favors the brave. That's exactly what this is. That's what's going to happen, be it a relationship, be it a career. But you have to empower yourself. And when you're having that conversation, do not let pride get in your way, because that will spoil things even before it begins. Because everyone has an ego. What happens if you don't close the cycle? What happens if you close the cycle? Wow. Wow. This is beautiful. The Ace of Swords and the World has come in the first pile as well as the second. But the themes are completely different. This is beautiful. So what happens when you close out the cycle? You successfully close out a cycle. You can take a bow. You live your best life. Your career will be wow. Wherever that stuckness was, you'll get fresh ideas, a lot of passion, and suddenly you'll find you catapulting to success. And if it is a relationship, this conversation, this bold step that you're taking from a place of empowerment, knowing that you're good enough, knowing that you have all that it takes to make your best life, this is going to close out this lull period, or a period wherein things are not working out. This is going to change that, and it's going to breathe in fresh energy into your relationship. For those of you who are not in a marriage, but in a solid partnership, which you're wondering whether you should salvage or not, you may even take it to the next level and actually get married. All right? So make sure you have that conversation. So if you decide to close out a cycle, it's all going to be beautiful for you. But what happens if you don't close out the cycle? Judgment. Both of these are major arcana, one way or the other. So if you close out your cycle, things will look beautiful for you. All right, things are going to work out beautifully. But if you don't, what happens? With this Judgment card coming up, I feel you will be in the stuck energy for longer, but you will again come to the same crossroads wherein, you will get a chance. Maybe with the Judgment card, you are getting a golden opportunity to correct all the wrongs. Maybe if there's something that has not happened, maybe if it was a career situation, maybe you goofed up, and because of your goof up, the place that you're working in ran into a lot of losses, and ever since that has happened, you've just given your power away because people blamed you. And now with this, as I'm posting this reading in July, and we are in retrograde, Saturn retrograde and Mercury retrograde. Saturn retrograde till end November, and Mercury till mid-August, before mid-August. So you're getting a second chance to right things that went wrong then, by first believing in yourself and understanding, yes, I made a mistake, we suffered losses, but who doesn't make mistakes? But I've learned from my mistakes and I've not given up. And I know that I can change the game in the future for the better. And not from a place of pride, but a place of confidence and belief in yourself. Knowing that you have got this, you've got everything it takes to make everything that you need happen. You have the focus that is required. And with this adding to a number 4, stability, with this adding to a number 1, leadership, you have all it takes to move forward. So don't stay stuck. So if you close out a cycle, wow, wonderful things happen immediately. If you don't, you will be mulling over this, but the energy is so strong that you will be pushed to reconsider and take these steps that I've told you, because judgment time. It's time for you to revisit those places where you haven't done well in the past and change it. Luck is on your side, and you're being told when things are difficult, surround yourself with the people that you love. Your family, your friends that are closest to you, your pets. Just stay around them when you feel negativity coming in. Ground your energy and don't let pride get in your way. This will not be. You must have self-respect. You must believe in yourself, self-worth, and know that you're very powerful. But power doesn't mean you have to be prideful, or that you have to hurt someone else's pride. All right? Just remember this. Beautiful reading. One conversation when it comes to family from a place of empowerment and knowing that you've got this. And if it's a career situation, then knowing, believing that you can handle it. And if there was a loss, so what? Tell me which business, anywhere, even the big giants that you have, you think they've never suffered losses? Everyone has. But resilience is what matters, that you bounce back and you make it bigger and better. And you've got this. All right, pile number 2, I am wishing you all the very best, sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye. Pile number 3, those of you who've chosen the Speak No Evil Owl, welcome to your reading. I'll keep your owl here. You may be people who think before you speak. You actually are the kind who don't react, who respond. Kudos to you, because not very many people have this ability to not just say the first thing that comes out, to think, to deliberate, and to respond. Most of us react. And it takes a lot of training yourself to be able to respond. So I feel you're very sensitive, and it hurts you when people speak without thinking. And you don't like to hurt anyone. And so you are very sensitive, and you really think before you speak, which is a beautiful thing, because when we talk about karma, most of our karma happens because of our throat chakra, because people say what they shouldn't be saying, and people don't even realize that. And that's why there is this term called Vak Shuddhi, which talks about being sweet as far as your speech is concerned, because that enables you to not have more, not accumulate more karma because of the damage that words can cause. And I feel you either master that or you try your best, because that is who you are, because you've been hurt a lot by a lot of people's harsh words, is what I feel. It's an honor to do this reading for you, and I hope my words can bring clarity for you. Pile number 3. Let me put down your cards, your tarot cards first, or you get 2 cards for your second question. 2 cards for your third question. In fact, for your first question also, there was a card that came out. I'll tell you when I begin your reading. In fact, even for pile number 2, there was a card that came out and I mentioned it, but I didn't speak about it. I'll have to put a caption for them. We shall hope that I don't forget that for you. And this is your 5th card. This is your advice. Okay, now that it's open, we'll keep it open. Achievement. Homeward. Take yourself out on a date. 42 or 6 could be significant. 9 could be significant. Flow. Beautiful. A win-win outcome is forecast. Wonderful. Be humble. Okay, when I saw this card, I feel this could be for a majority of you, but there may be a few of you out here who may not react, but you may have this tendency to speak, to spin a yarn or two. And you may be doing this very light-heartedly, but and there may be a lot of truth in what you're saying, but you're being told to be humble because you don't like to hurt people. And when you are up, saying things about what all you've done or what all you've achieved to people, you may actually be hurting them. Not to say that you have to dim your light, no. But usually they say in Vedic astrology, you weaken the sun, your inner strength, your inner shine. You weaken it when you start praising yourself. And I feel maybe some of you do. So you're being told to be humble about your achievements. Don't hide. Don't dim your light. But let people see the shine. Your work will speak for itself. Whatever you stand for will speak for itself. You don't have to speak. Is what I feel. Anyway, let's get into your reading. So what cycle isn't over yet? 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay. So this bit that I talked about, the humility bit, I feel those people who speak a lot about their achievements are the ones who actually deep down inside don't feel that they're good enough. And this is something you need to work on. You say that you're special and you talk about your achievements because deep down inside you're not confident in who you are. And you know what? When you speak, trying to boost your own confidence by praising yourself, you're actually weakening your solar plexus chakra. So you really need to work on your solar plexus chakra, pile number 3. Stay in the sun. Absorb the early morning sun, your entire face, your body, and your spine. Sit in the sun. Absorb the sun and just look at the sun, Does the sun come and scream, I am the sun? No. The sun just rises and everyone knows that's the sun. That's who you are. You don't have to speak. You just have to be. And you're such sensitive people. You may be praising other people, giving them confidence, hoping that others will do that for you, and nobody seems to notice. That's because you are not confident in who you are. So, there are meditations free on YouTube. You can listen to them. But most importantly, if you can, tune to the sun cycle, wake up early, sleep early, be very, your integrity should be in place. Own up if you've made a mistake. Know that you're powerful. You don't have to say it, just be. You will find when you work on your confidence keeps strengthening. Surround yourself with a lot of yellows. Citrine could be a great crystal for you to work with. Citrine and yellow jasper. And this is, if you find that things are stuck, and if I tell you to be humble, deep down inside you're very simple, beautiful people, and you have a lot of talent, and you may have actually achieved a lot. But deep down inside, because you have confidence issues, you project that out into the world without realizing it. So when you praise yourself, instead of taking you seriously, you find that people actually might say things which they could actually do without, and this has hurt you a lot in the past. But you need to close out the cycle of doubting your abilities, of doubting how powerful you are, how strong you are, how successful you are, how worthy you are. You are trying to come out of it, but you still seem to get stuck. It's still, if you feel confident on a certain day, you don't feel the same way after a couple of days. So you don't know how to break this cycle once and for all. And is it for your first question that I got it? 1 minute. Yes, it is. Along with the Eight of Swords, I also got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And because of this lack of confidence that you have, decision making becomes a big problem for you. You want to make a decision, you want to say things, but you dilly-dally because you're not sure, you're very unsure of yourself. And maybe deep down inside, your intuition is telling you, and you want to say it. But by the time you say it slowly, maybe someone takes your idea and puts it in front because you don't say it loud enough. And this is a cycle that you need to close, but you're not able to close the cycle. So what can you do to close this cycle? Apart from whatever I told you about the solar plexus chakra. You get the Page of Wands and the Two of Wands. You get the Two of Wands and the Page of Wands. So what is it that you can do to close out the cycle? Number one, prepare. With the Page of Wands is fresh energy. You're bringing fresh energy into a situation. All right? You also need to have a beginner's mind when you come to work on a daily basis. A beginner's mind. What does the beginner's mind mean? Doesn't mean to be underconfident like a beginner, but it means that you need to want to learn what you're going to, you come with that enthusiasm. What do I get to learn today? What can I bring to the table? Fresh energy, fresh enthusiasm. And with the Two of Wands here, you have nothing to lose. First of all, remember that when you have to make a decision, no choice is wrong. And you have this whole lot of choices, and your heart is telling you which way to go. And then your confidence, it just leaves you. And you're being told, next time you go out there, make that choice. Whatever the choice is. And you may feel, as soon as you make the choice, the first obstacle that comes your way, and you may feel that you've made the wrong choice. No, you haven't. Believe yourself that I will make this choice, and no matter what, I have the ability to see this work. Or even down the line, you feel that okay, I have actually made a wrong choice. You know how to correct for it, make the necessary changes, maybe find an alternate choice, whatever it is, but you've got this. And you trust yourself that you've got this. All right? Bring fresh energy. Enjoy what you do. Love what you do. All right? Know that you have it in you to take whatever decision you make, you have it in you to see that it works, to take it to the right to the end and successfully. Believe in yourself. And you need to start rewarding yourself for little successes. Take yourself out on a date. Actually, go and celebrate. If you don't have anyone to celebrate with, go and celebrate yourself. You don't need anyone else. If people don't understand when you've made an achievement, you have made an achievement, and this is just the beginning. There are a lot of achievements waiting to happen. A win-win outcome is forecast, and this is for this choice that is there, with the decision that comes up. A win-win outcome is forecast. So make that decision. Follow your gut and make that decision and stand by it, and know that no matter what comes before you, no matter what life throws at you or what this choice brings towards you, you have it in you to make decisions further on and take action to sort everything out. Whether anyone else stands with you or not, you've got this. And with every little achievement, you will take yourself out on a date, you will buy yourself something, you will celebrate, you will take time to honor yourself and not wait for someone else to do it or feel bad that nobody else noticed. No, have you noticed it? Have you celebrated yourself? Have you said it's a job well done? You've got to first start treating yourself well. How you treat yourself is how you teach others to treat you. It's actually how you love yourself is how you teach others to love you, but it goes in every area of your life. What is it that you don't see which is keeping you stuck in a rut? And you get the High Priestess and the 10 of Cups in reverse. Oh, all right, okay. What you don't see is that maybe you come from a family which is sorry about that, I wanted a sip of water. You may be coming from a family wherein they've mollycoddled you. Maybe you're the youngest in the family, or for whatever reason that's the way your parents are. Maybe you're an only child and they've taken a lot of decisions for you. They've been very overprotective, and because they've taken decisions for a bigger part of your life, you tend to be underconfident. Maybe your parents are very powerful people. I mean, they don't need to be very famous, but or they could be, but they are people with authority. Maybe they're very well respected, and suddenly you start feeling small, and they take every decision and every single choice in your life, be it your school, your choice of subjects, whatever, maybe they've taken it. And somewhere down the line, maybe you started doubting your ability to take a decision at all. Maybe you feel that whatever decision you make will be wrong, and maybe in front of them you've taken a couple of decisions and it was wrong, and now you don't even trust your intuition. But you're being told what's hidden from you is that you are the High Priestess. You can find decisions, or you can find answers for not just yourself but all those around you. You can actually lead people just with your intuition. So why can't you find answers for yourself? You can. All right? So you need to know that just because your parents or your caregivers have been very confident people doesn't mean your confidence should take a beating. You've got to stand up for yourself and stand up to these people. Next time they want to take a decision for you, you say, no, I will make my own decision. And if they laugh, let them. You be polite, but you be firm and you say no. And maybe when you make a decision, in your panic, you don't listen to your intuition. And you may make a decision in which you may not have instant success. That is okay. Give yourself a pat on the back that you could stand up for yourself and try again. As long as you don't give up, no one dare call you a failure. And whatever they call you or not, you don't call yourself a failure, because you had the guts to go out there and make a decision. And that was difficult because no one in your family has allowed you to do that before. But you've stood up for yourself and you've made that decision. And slowly you start learning how to listen to your inner guidance. It is a quiet voice, but it shows you the way forward. And the more you do it, your confidence starts building up. All right? And you are going to be able to help people who are struggling like you with their confidence. You will actually show them a way forward. Beautiful energy. So what happens if you close the cycle of being stuck and thinking that you're not good enough, of being underconfident? What happens if you close out the cycle? Wow, death and rebirth. Your life is going to transform. Do you see the sun? Beautiful. It's not going to be a small transformation. The whole world is going to sit up and notice. All right? That what has come into pile number 3? How have they changed so much? Oh my God, look how confident they are. What just happened? And it didn't just happen. You're going to really work on yourself, because you are not going to give up on yourself. If you're here in this reading and if you're still here with me, you are not giving up on yourself no matter what, pile number 3. And this is a promise you're making to yourself right this minute. And your life is going to transform. So many achievements waiting to happen. Win-win outcome is forecast. Beautiful energy. You will go with the flow because you are following your intuition. You're the high priestess. Now, family doesn't have a say. No one else has a say. You make your decisions no matter what. Be it your career, be it your personal life, be it anything. And whether anyone stands there to applaud for you, you celebrate every achievement of yours, no matter how small it is. Because you've worked hard, you've got yourself there, and you will honor your body, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual body, and you will stand for yourself. And this is going to be a game changer. If you don't close out the cycle, what happens? You get the star. Oh wow. If you don't close out the cycle, pile number 3, you will heal anyway. You will sooner or later heal yourself anyway. It may take longer, but you're meant to shine. No one can take this shine away from you. That's what I felt, That's what I was telling you in the beginning. Don't dim your light. The sun comes out without announcing, hey, I'm here. Just by the sun coming out, the whole world knows, the whole world wakes up. You are that person. You are going to transform when you start believing in yourself. If you don't close out the cycle, also people are seeing your light. All right? When people are laughing at you for your little achievements, they are seeing your light, but they're not telling you about it. And you are not seeing your light. So if you close out the cycle, you're going to transform, and it's going to be beautiful. If you don't close out your cycle, you will still be shining your light. Chances are you will see it, but much later. But, people may praise you for something, and people may, because your light, even today when you're coming to this reading, people see your light. But you don't. It's like all those famous public figures, so many singers have actually left this planet early because they felt they were not good enough. The whole world was cheering them on, so much of fan following, but they don't feel good enough. And so if you don't close out the cycle, you will still be shining your life as you're doing now. People are benefiting from you. People are getting so much from you, but you don't see it. Isn't that unfair? So you've got to see how powerful you are, and you have to close the cycle out. Make those choices. Fear no one. People are getting so much from you without you realizing it. So stop and thank yourself and celebrate every little success of yours. And go with the flow. And that you will do when you are in touch with your intuition, when you stand for yourself. A win-win outcome is forecast. Everything that you're doing is fine. Believe in yourself. Advice from Spirit, Eight of Cups. If your life feels stale, explore some new scenery. And this could be, a need to walk away. If you're staying with your parents still, or you're staying in your family, and you feel that no one hears you out here, and you don't get to have your say, maybe it's time to move out. This is what Spirit is saying. Maybe it's time for you to move out. If the situation that you're in, that even if you're taking decision and standing up for yourself, trying to come out of here, but people don't give you a chance, then it's time for you to move away from there. It's time for you to step out of your comfort zone. And I've just picked up this crystal here, Sodalite, to cover the star here. Maybe that there's something in that for you as well. You need to speak out your truth. You need to stand up for yourself and say, it's not okay that I don't get to have a say in such and such thing, in decisions regarding my life, or that at work, that you're sidelining what I have to say just because I made one mistake some time ago or something went wrong. You've got to stand up for yourself now. Be bold, stand up for yourself, and follow your intuition. And if you find that you're still not respected, walk away from there. They don't deserve you. Walk away from places where you are not respected. And that will be possible when you start loving yourself and respecting yourself. Pile number 3. Sending you such a big hug and sending you so much love. Wishing you all the very best. If you're making that journey, moving away from home, or if you're just taking this whole journey of building yourself up, because you're beautiful, you shine, the world is enjoying. They're just not letting you know because they can sense this underconfidence. It's like when you walk past an animal, it's past a dog, but if you're scared, they pick it up and they'll bark at you more. But if you walk confidently and you don't show fear, they won't even bother you. That's exactly it. It's energy. They pick up on energy. So do people. You've got this. Work with citrine. Work on your solar plexus. It's very, very important. Work on your confidence. All right? And try and wake up with the sun. Catch the early morning rays. Sit in the sun for a while. You bathe 360 degrees. Just turn around. Get the sun on all parts of your body. Your face, your spine especially. Eat more yellow fruits, yellow vegetables. Wear yellow. Carry citrine in your pocket, or wear it as a ring or a pendant or whatever, depending on what you like. Or just keep a bit of it in your pocket. That's it. When you feel that, especially when you're going to take a big step, maybe it'll help. But just remember, whether it's a crystal or whether it's anything else, they are not the source of power. You are the source of power, okay? They just enhance the power. So believe in yourself and move forward. Wonderful things waiting to happen. The world needs to see you. You'll shine there as it is enjoying. They're seeing you. You need to see yourself. All right? Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye.